once again, we're still here in Melrose, man. I'm here with the OG. You know what I'm saying? Tell the people who you are, Sylk. Fine, so fine.
In the building,
you know what I'm saying? That's right.
With the East to the West.
Oh man, all day in America, and I appreciate you.
All the time.
All right, now being that you are a legend in the game, why don't you? Oh, you already are. You are, and you need to let the people know that don't know why are you a legend in the game.
Well, basically, I'm a female hip hop MC, writer slash recorder, artist, performer, and I was born and raised out here on the West. I was blessed to work with two of the best, which is Easy and Tupac. So a lot of my game and my flavor just came from being like around the best.
Legends.
And you know, the game kind of took a little curves and twirls, and I'm riding with the new movements and the East to the West magazine, a beautiful source so that the new school, the old school, we can be back seen, because we don't have our vibes and our straight Word Up magazine, so we must support this movement.
Thank you.
And Sylk is just blessed to have the gift that God gave me, the talent, so I don't think I'm ever gonna stop. So rapping, granny, all that.
Basically, what you have is longevity in the game.
I'm just thankful that I made my first single record, which did hit the Billboard charts. #1. Billboard.
#1.
So I feel like, you know, the Lord blessed me right then and there.
That's
so if I never, ever do anything else, but of course we want to strive, and our goal is to be where we were and reach higher levels.
Okay, that's dope. So what are some of the songs that you have written or have performed on or produced or whatever the case may be?
When I was younger, with the first deal, I was on the old school shit, straight off the streets of Compton. And then I worked with Tupac, like for real, when he was really alive. I was on the original version of Breathing, Season to Seasons with the Outlaws, and myself.
The whole album.
Yeah, the Outlaws, they know it's all up. And the girl, Diamond, my homegirl, we were in the group GBM. So we were able to work with Tupac after Easy died. And then, well, shouts out to Shari Henry. After E died, she hooked me up with E, and then she took me over. Well, I knew Pac because we were in the streets. And she was like, yo, they're in the studio, Sylky, you gotta come. I needed a song done with Busy Bone and Tupac, because they were going through a transition with the Bone Thugs. Easy was gone, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, yo, let's make this record. So my vibe and connection with Shari, with Tupac, brought in Busy Bone, and I was on the original version of Thug Love Run With Us.
Tell me how it was working with the late great Tupac.
It was like, okay, I could have easily been a gangbanger, you know what I'm talking about? Because when I met Tupac, I met him before I actually had any record deal. I wasn't signed to Eazy-E. I was about 17 years old, but I knew that the hood was getting crazy, and it was just too easy. So like, I'm gonna go chase this music dream. And I had ran into Pac, and there was a group called Mouse Man and the Wicked, which was his brother and a little dude named Daniel. Mouse Man, shouts out to them too. So I was more like a around the way girl. You know, I went to the clubs, and it was like the Hollywood days, and I always did talent shows so I could get into hip hop shit. Like, shit, in my day, I was like, snatch the mic from KRS-One, I just snatched the mic from Biz Markie, like, I was like, the game, love you, bro. But you know, that was my era of hip hop, like, I wanted to be recognized. So, I met Mouse Man and the Wicked with Tupac, and I was like the round the way girl. I knew where the bomb-ass weed was, and they was from Oakland, so I would bring the weed from the 30s up to Hollywood. So first it started out just like, I liked Mouse Man, that was my little boo. And then he was like, yo, you kind of dope, because I was freestyle and shit. He was like, yo, I roll with Pac. And I'm like, Digital Underground? He's like, yeah, why don't you come up to Roosevelt, bring us some trees. So I got in by bringing the trees, and then he was making his transition from leaving A-Train and coming back to Cali and Thug Life and doing all his stuff. I lucked up and got with Eazy-E, Ruthless Records. So I didn't really work with Pac. He was doing his underground thing, but we were cool. We would party downtown in the club. He gave me the name Sylk, you know what I mean? Like Sylk. So it was just certain things that he did as a homeboy, as a brother, as inspiration, as we would be in the studio and he like, yo, whoever don't go in there, whoever ain't ready, you ain't on the song. So when he died, it hurt me that they took me off the song that he had me on. You know what I mean? So it's just a confirmation of my power and what I really stand for.
I've heard throughout, interviews that I've done with certain individuals that were a part of groups that he was in, and they said that he had a fervor, passion for work. Do you concur with that?
Yes, he definitely was no sleep. He would go in there, and that's what inspired me on my first album, which was entitled Raw Sylk. And I did that album in 1 week. So Easy was a visionary, like a vision.
CEO.
He can see things that were like so vivid, and people would think, oh, he's from Compton, he's this, he's that. It was an honor to work with Eric because he wasn't a boastful man. Of course, he's little. He didn't have a little man syndrome. He didn't have a bully, but he was a gangster. He had marksman skills. He didn't fuck with nobody, but it was like, only if you want it. Like he was packing and would light some shit up. But really intelligent. Like if I wouldn't have known he was from Compton, I would have thought Easy grew up in Pacific Palisades. You know, really well-mannered, gentleman, cool, gangster, and Easy was real. He didn't discriminate. He never got that big Hollywood macho. When he did his videos, it was like the West Coast had so much unity because everybody was invited. Now it's so cliquey, and then it's this one, and then these people are trying to say that they're doing this because of this. It's not any more unity. Hey, it takes a company. And I feel that the West Coast lost the respect as businessmen and women because the women MCs have been shaded since Yo-Yo came out. Like, no, don't let Yo-Yo breathe. Then Miss Toy, oh no, close the door, don't let her. I did a whole single, Romeo and Juliet, she raps with all of them. Her verse is dope. The industry is what it's built up on is a cliquey situation. I love Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg had to go to No Limit Records with Master P in New Orleans. West Coast been sizzled. You got Diddy. I love Diddy. He's out here. Revolt TV, own network, right here. Hollywood, California. So it's like levels to the game. And a lot of people are like, well, why don't you? I do music because it is a talent and a gift that I personally was blessed with. I do music because sometimes I don't want to listen to the radio. I want to spread the word of what, and I give it to the people in the neighborhood. And I'm not out here selling CDs and pushing. And if I get where God want me to get, it's gonna get like that by His word. Exactly. Sylky Fyne, yes. I started out freestyling. Like, that's my love of hip hop. I'm not trying to ride. I'm not trying to be the skinny. I don't want to be the supermodel. I don't want to be the
the jacket for beats. I
was the only female in that video.
He went in on that one.
I was the only female.
Who's that, Chili Chill?
Yeah, that's Chili Chill from the Lynch Mob.
What's up? Shout out to Chili Chill, man.
I was the only female with all the Lynch Mob because I was claiming my spot. Like, I never went to Central Park with old Shake Jackson.
Yo wasn't in the motherfucking jacket.
Because I'm gangster.
Okay, that's right.
So, like, I used to go by the name of Peaches. So, like, I hung with gangbangers, I know them, and, everybody respect me, Crips, Bloods. I don't be out there tripping, setting up people, or none of that. It's just all about respect no matter where you are. And when I chose to be a rapper, it's weird because Dub C, they were it was the Rappeteers and all these other weird names, and we would hang out, battle each other. And then O'Shea, Ice Cube, went to Century Park. Like, I went to elementary. So I always felt as a kid that God had put talented people in my life ever since I was a child. Because when we were at Century Park, we knew what kids, Niecy Nash?
No, I don't.
Niecy Nash is the celebrity on television. I'm quite sure the people out there, shouts out to my homegirl, Miss Niecy Nash. She went to Century Park with us, well known. She was Cedric the Entertainer wife on one of the TV sitcoms.
Oh, okay. I do know who you're
and she
speaking
does
about.
all the interviews. Best friend in elementary. But it was just like, in elementary, us kids knew who had talent.
Okay.
Then when I got to Dorsey, Keyshawn Johnson, it was just certain people that you knew, hey, that's my buddy. We're destined because we're out the hood, but we're going to make it out the hood.
Okay. So why don't you tell the people how they can get in contact with you so they can do
All the
research
time.
on you?
You can find me.
I've actually seen you on Wikipedia.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You have YouTube and stuff like that?
Well, I'm not really doing it. I'm going to start doing a new YouTube channel.
Okay.
Just stay tuned. You know, that's what you can do. But if you go on my Facebook, Lorraine Johnson, you will see me on Facebook.
That's right.
Twitter, Sylky Fyne. That's SYLKEFYNE. Because everybody act like they still can't spell my name.
Right.
With the number 1.
Okay.
Sylk E Fyne. Just 1, not a number sign.
You're on Instagram too, right?
Twitter, and that's also my Instagram.
Okay.
Because I keep them posted on the daily, like it gets real in my life.
That's right.
So I don't perpetrate, I don't portray, you know, I have a rich spirit, so I live a rich life.
And I appreciate you because I am following you.
Okay.
And I have a little insight on your day-to-day activities. So
Right.
It's definitely an honor and a privilege
And
meeting
it's
you.
also the same.
We're going to do it again. This ain't the first time we've met. But I just want the people to know that we're going to continue to do this because I want to follow your progress in the industry as a legend and an OG in the
And
game.
just to keep it,
Keep it fresh.
going.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
because
keep
we
it fresh.
still here.
Yeah. So we ain't going
And we
nowhere.
ain't going nowhere.
I want to give a shout out to OG Rome and the Road Dogs.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
Rome.
All day. You know what I'm saying?
I love the Road Dogs. They the most
Very
like,
supportive.
they'll
And,
be getting that BET award and all that.
That's dope.
Because their hustle, one thing I can
It's
say about the
impeccable.
Road Dogs, like they haven't been out here like for 10 years. Just, you know, it was like when they came, they met everybody, they flooded the street, came with the camera crew to this, and they have opened the door for so many of the artists that in my familia, off top, all the time. Even if I'm out the way, I'm still in the way.
That's what's up.
Holla.
Yeah, and I appreciate all of them. You know what I'm saying? Solo saying and OG Rome. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no business like
Road Dog
business.
business. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give a special shout out to the OG,
to the Road Dog.
Chili Chill. You know what I'm saying?
To the Road Dog.
And the Road Dog.
Road.
Shout out to the Road Dog.
What it is, all the time. And the OG.
And little mama, we can't forget about little mama.
She got family connect the dots
To the West Coast.
all the time.